everyone, Alexa here for Rebel News, and today we are releasing the second full interview from our border investigation, this time with Jerry Miller, a local resident who is now our source and eyes on the ground. If you haven't seen the full report yet, head over to guardtheborder.com. We first met Jerry months ago when my colleague Lincoln J and I were trying to locate a property that had been featured in videos used to promote human trafficking routes. What we uncovered after that was truly shocking. Organized crime, organized criminal groups are operating openly in this area, charging between $2,000 to $5,000 USD to smuggle people across the border. Some are even hiding migrants for up to 14 days to bypass the Safe Third Country Agreement, and then they can apply for asylum. This highly lucrative operation is booming, and our government needs to invest more in boots on the ground to stop it. We also set up trail cameras in what we believe were hotspot areas. We recorded a total of 34 individuals, including children, over 4 days, crossing the border, mostly at night. Today, I invite you to listen to Jerry, a first-hand witness to months of ongoing illegal activity. Let's watch. I want to know a little bit, what did you see since the end of the winter?
Well, even during the winter, I had tracks coming up from Canada, right, coming to the road right beside my house. Mm-hmm. You know, and the snow was probably about 3 foot deep. So, you know, I thought for sure it was going to stop the winter, but it hasn't. They've been continuously coming up through the winter, and then spring comes, and it still seems to keep right on going. And now, like I said, well, they're throwing their garbage all over the place, and you know, it kind of makes me mad in one sense, because you got these people, them poor people. Well, if you feel that way, why don't you come and help pick up the garbage?
So you mentioned that now you are seeing more people crossing into Canada?
Oh yeah, we're seeing a lot more.
How often?
Oh my God, I'd say at least sometimes 2-3 times a week that they've been coming and bringing them up and dropping them off, and then they come, and if they see you around, they'll run. They'll run. One night there, I was mowing that field, and there was a group that come running through, 9 of them. The last one was a woman running with a baby.
Mm-hmm. How would you describe these people? Do you think they were from specific place in the world, like Asians or Venezuelan?
I'd say there's Asians, and there's, well, my neighbor, him, one night, he went to check his barn about 2 o'clock in the morning, to 2 o'clock in the morning, and he had, oh my God, I can't think of, they come up a lot of times, they used to come up for apple picking, and there was 3 of them in the barn, 2 women and a man, and they were changing clothes in the barn. You don't know what you're dealing with, you know. We don't know, the guys might have guns, we don't know, you know, and I was advised by law enforcement, you know, not to interact with them, let them interact, because you don't know, they said.
What about the hitman that you were explaining to us the other day?
Well, that was back quite a while back in Village of Malone. There was a Border Patrol, he's retired by now, but he was saying that he stopped a vehicle, and there was 2, and I forgot what country they were from, but when they ran them, they were like hitmen, and he says today they don't know. He says never heard no more, but he don't know what they were, you know, their purpose was. Then they come up through, and then they'll change their clothes just in case they did get their picture taken, and they're in a different set of clothes.
Mm-hmm. I'm not very surprised,
because I know the Border Patrol and the Mounted Police have been working pretty close. Mm-hmm. To get, you know.
And so they don't want to fit the description that they are giving, like, example, like a blue jacket.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be taking you up to show you right where they've been crossing up by that windmill up there, the last one on me. And they got a path like that. And about, what was it, Monday? No, it was, yeah, probably Monday. One of my guys went up, that he hunts with me and that, and he literally found stakes. They had staked out.
Okay.
To go to.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We saw one trail over there,
Yeah.
but you just mentioned that they actually create another trail there.
Yeah, and I think that to walk it, I'm sure that the trails just meet. You know, I'm sure they go into one.
Because you say that you also remove some stick on the
Yeah.
ground.
Yeah.
What it was for?
Oh, it was for the guy, definitely to guide them to come up or down, so they would follow that trail, so they wouldn't get lost. That's basically what it was all about.
People are just throwing their stuff behind.
They come and drop them off or pick them up. They don't want that in their vehicle, so they have them throw it out. That's my opinion. Because, like I say, sometimes there's Walmart bags over there by the road, and pretty much like a constant thing.
We saw 2 days ago 23 people crossing over, and since then we are seeing way more helicopter and drone over here. Do you think it's maybe related?
Oh, I'm sure that the helicopter and that they're being able better to pick them up with the helicopter and follow them, because you up in the air you can see a lot better than what you can down on the ground. You know, and the drones, I don't know if they're drones for the government or if they're drones for, the underground. I don't,
Because you think that maybe it's also drone from the people to just surround the perimeter to see if it's safe to cross?
That's in the back of my mind. That's what I'm wondering. If some of them drones are there to follow if there's the border patrols around, or and then they can let the ones, whoever's picking them up or bringing them down, come and get them or bring them down, or one way or the other.
Do you have any concern that your address is actually circulating in all kind of groups, telling them this is the spot where to cross?
Oh, I'm sure, that because here all the way down to my neighbor here and the other guy, it's pretty much open going for them. The only thing is, over through the fields over there, they got the windmill road, and the Border Patrol can keep a tighter watch on it. Or up here, if they can get to the road and get out, have somebody pick them up and get out, well, then they got a better chance of getting through.
You saw also taxi driver coming and dropping people off and picking people up.
Yeah, the taxis, a lot of times they'll either come up to the gate there, or else they'll drive right up in here and pick them up or drop them off. There's taxi, there's the Hoover, I think Hoover, yeah, they're a little bit cheaper than a taxi, and they come right up and, well, matter of fact, a couple weeks ago, there's a Hoover van come up and drop people off and go right back out.
And what the U.S. Border Patrol are doing when there's a taxi driver coming in, are they arresting them?
If they can catch them with them in the car, they will arrest them. Other than that, if they don't have them in the car, then they don't really have the evidence, to arrest them.
The border is so long. It's one of the longest in the world.
Yeah.
Do you think there is any chance that the U.S. Border Patrol, as well as the RCMP, can stop what is going on?
I'll tell you, they need a lot more Border Patrol agents to, right now, Champlain, they said, is, because this is usually Champlain's area, but Malone is taking it because Champlain is really busy with theirs. But Malone's also pretty much strapped tight. Now, there's supposed to be a lot more Border Patrol agents coming on, but by the time they get them trained and through the courses and all that, it's going to be a little while.
And we are in your property, and we can see that just right there, it's Canada. So it's really easy to cross.
Oh, yeah, yeah. If you go, all they need, if they don't know where they are, all they need is a compass. And they can either, show them straight north or straight south. And if they go down this way, they're going to come out to the Covey Hill Road on Canada. They come up there, they're going to come out to this road, or they were farther east, but it's a lot longer road to come out to the Clinton Mill Road.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and the children of your neighbor, you told us that now the children are scared.
yeah, well, yeah, the one down below me, his granddaughter is scared to play out in the front. She, they seen them, and they're scared, which I agree. It's a good ideal. If not, you don't know what's coming up,
Mm-hmm.
or what's going down. You just don't know.
Do you think Canada is a little bit naive regarding like the number of people who wants to come to Canada?
I think the numbers are low on both counts. What's going down, because what we're seeing here, there's trails in the hay, just like a herd of cows would go through, and so there's a lot more than one going down through at a time, and there's a lot of them.
I talked to them this morning down there, the Border Patrol, and they asked me to find out what they're driving for a vehicle, so if somebody calls it in, they won't have to rush, especially if they're got to call the other way, So it's just to give them the heads up. But they told me, because one of them was from Champlain, and he says, you want to see a mess, is right where the old mall was.
Yeah.
He says there's clothes all over in there, all over in the trees there. And
Do you hear anything in the news about the fact that there is a huge increase of people crossing?
no, the news is out of Burlington, and they pretty much all Vermont. Matter of fact, when you get the weather, he don't even notice if there's something going on here. They call it between Chateauguay and Ellenburg. They don't even know we exist.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's that you will expect that this is a kind of story that is really interesting in the public interest.
You listen to the national news, the
44
administration
will mention, on the weather. Well, it looks like there's something going on over Cherubusco or something, but he's the only one. Other than that, the Channel 5 between Ellenburg and Chateauguay.
politicians keep touting that they've got it all under control.
Huh?
The politicians on TV, they're
Oh yeah, it's all under control.
saying how they've got it all under control there. They just picked up a couple. Well, there's more than a couple. They're going up. They can tell you all they want. They're still coming up. Mm-hmm. And then they're going down, a lot more of them going back down, but
Yeah, well,
I don't know if they drop programs down there for a while and then come back up, or what's the government do down there with them?
We don't even know what our government is doing, actually.
Jeez.
If you appreciate our hard work on the ground and independent journalism, please consider chipping in at guardtheborder.com to help us to continue our investigation. Thanks in advance.